My father never held back. Every time I put on makeup, he'd shake his head and tell me, "You can't paint over ugly." When I talked about prom, he told me to save my money because nobody would ask. He said these things casually, like he was checking the weather. To him, it was the fact that I was too unattractive to ever find a husband. He even told me college was a waste of time because I'd just end up pregnant and dropped out anyway. The breaking point came 3 weeks before graduation. I got into community college on a scholarship and left the letter on the table. My dad didn't congratulate me. He just looked at the paper and said, "College won't fix your face. Better learn a trade where you don't have to deal with people." That was the moment I realized he wasn't trying to protect me. He was trying to break me. I called my chemistry lab partner, Jake. Jake was everything my father wasn't: kind, confident, and a star soccer player. I asked him if he wanted to help me prove a point, and he said yes before I even finished the sentence. The plan was simple. Jake would come to Sunday dinner and play the role of the devoted, head-over-heels boyfriend. I wanted my father to see that his version of reality was a lie. Sunday arrived. Jake showed up in a button-down shirt with flowers for my mom. When I introduced him, my father's face went completely blank. He couldn't process it. Throughout dinner, Jake was perfect. He held my hand and called me beautiful twice, making sure my dad heard every syllable. Every time my father tried to slip in a jab about my unfortunate features, Jake would jump in, looking genuinely confused, and say, "Are we talking about the same person? I think she's gorgeous." The kicker was when Jake left. He kissed my cheek in front of the whole family and whispered, "See you tomorrow, beautiful." I walked back into the kitchen to find my father standing there, looking smaller than I'd ever seen him. He asked quietly, "Where did you find him?" I just looked him in the eye and said, "Chemistry class." Turns out some people actually think I'm worth dating. He didn't have a comeback. For the first time in 18 years, he was silent. The next morning, he didn't criticize my hair or my clothes. He just asked if I wanted a ride to school. I told him Jake was picking me up, and he just nodded into his coffee. We kept up the fake relationship for 3 weeks. But Jake was such a good sport that by graduation, we didn't have to pretend anymore. My dad tried to convince me I was invisible, but Jake was the one who actually saw me.